What's up guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video we've got two new WLtoys. This one is the 124019, this one is the 124018. We all know that WLtoys like to give their trucks numbers. They're a longer wheelbase than the very popular 144001. This one's just a buggy, the same as the 144, just longer. This one's more a desert truck. It's got slightly different suspension on the rear. Internally though, I think they're both about the same. I've seen quite a few, I've seen a couple of videos on this one already. It looks really nice. That paint job is very 80s or 90s. It does look really nice. I've not really seen anything on this one though. On this video we're going to concentrate on this one. We're going to take it for a run. I am going to speed check them both. I am going to do a speed test for both of them though in this video. I'm guessing the gearing's exactly the same, the wheels are the same, motors are the same. They're basically identical apart from the bodies and that rear suspension. And the rear suspension on this one, but I am intrigued to see if there's any difference in speed, so we will speed test them both. But this video is going to be about this one, and the 12409, we'll look at that in a different video. This one looks really nice. It's a little bit different. The rear suspension is quite stiff, and that's on the that's with the preload wound right off. It might soften up a bit over time, but it's a bit, hang on, yeah, so you see how stiff it is because it's lifting that back up, so there might be a little fix for that. We'll find out at some point. Front's just the same as your normal 144, which is very good, which has got really good suspension. All metal chassis underneath. Not sure they've changed the wheel nuts, so it's definitely worth taking some spare ones with you because the 144's got a habit of losing wheels, so definitely worth taking spare wheel nuts. Fully adjustable camber and toe there with your tie rods, metal drive shafts front and rear, metal hinge pin brackets there, spare wheel on the back. Cool little feature that lifts up to get inside to the battery. Battery compartments in there, I'll show you the battery in a minute. Big 550 motor there, pretty much standard on most of the WLtoys stuff. ESC now. The original 144 when it first came out had a slightly different ESC to that, and I've run mine 3S for a long time and have had no issues. People have complained that these have gone up in smoke far too easy, so just be careful. I'd probably not recommend running these 3S with that stock ESC. If you've got an original 144, I don't think they have that red button, you should be good. Little 5-wire micro servo in there. Not much else to report in there. The mesh feels pretty good. The only problem with these is the motor mount's non-adjustable, so it's kind of fixed. Nice high front bumper there, and I think this, because of how this body's on, it's going to protect it well if you're in the dirt and mud and stuff like that. I think it's going to be pretty good. It's a 2200 milliamp hour 2S, so another good addition to these. Because of that big 550 motor, the original one used to eat batteries in like about 5 minutes because they only had little, I think they were like 1200 or 1300 milliamp hour, so double that now, so we should get, I'd expect 10 minutes plus run time, which isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things. Convert these to brushless and you're talking 20 minutes plus. I know a lot of people like to know the spares kind of availability now, because these share pretty much everything with the 144 other than the chassis and the body. You should be good. So for instance, if you break an A-arm or a turnbuckle or a shock or anything like that, or even a shock tower, you should be good. The only thing I'd say with this one is if you break any of the cage here, I've not looked yet. I'm sure at some point there will be some spares come out for them. Anyway, before we take this one for a run, let's get the GPS on them both and let's give them a speed run. I'd expect 30 mile an hour, which is your kind of standard speed for the setup we've got here. I'd expect them both to be very similar in speed. Anyway, let's go find that out, and then we're taking this one for a little run. Right, 019 first. Track start, expecting 30 mile an hour from this, and then we'll go get the 018. Definitely looks as fast. That's pretty solid. Feels nice and solid running. What we got? There you go, solid 30 mile an hour, exactly what we expected. Right, next then, let's have a look. Track, start. Let's see what this one does. Again, feels nice. A little bit top heavy, this one. Oh look, I didn't realise. I didn't see them. Look, you get a nice set of LEDs on this one. Come on in, don't let us down. There we go. 30 mile an hour for both of them. Now let's go give this one a run. Right, let's see what this is about then. Handle's nice actually. That rear suspension is stiff, but doesn't seem on the flat surface to be causing many issues. Whoa. So that higher ride height on this is going to help you on this sort of surface here. You're doing a little bit of off-roading, just gives you that bit of extra clearance. And I'll be honest with you, it works. Seems to have the right sort of traction on the sand. I think the launch video of this was on the sand, and yeah, it works on the sand as well. Nice little jump there. This is a nice little desert buggy, especially on that platform, that 144 platform. Like I mentioned, it's going to allow you like spares and stuff, and not really going to be a massive issue, apart from the body maybe. But I like it, it's good. .30 mile an hour on 2S is plenty for this. Like I mentioned, 3S, I wouldn't really recommend 3S on them newer ESCs, they don't seem to like it. But on the older one, you were talking 40 mile an hour with a 3S in it. Let's see how it gets on the grass. So you can kind of see now that stiffer rear end on it, bouncing about a little bit. Definitely needs softening up. Maybe try some different oil, or maybe even different springs on there. But it goes. It goes. Ah. You know, even in the longer stuff, absolutely fine. Gets a thumbs up for me. We know it's a tried and tested platform. We know there's some issues with the electronics on these sometimes, but it's a very easy upgrade. Brushless upgrades as well. Loads of potential with these. This thing with a brushless motor is going to be rapid and good fun. Get them rear springs or them rear shocks softened up. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. That is the WLtoys 124018. Cheers for watching. See you next time.